Well, in the words of Winston Churchill concerning the Battle of Britain, this is not the end, this is not even the beginning of the end, but it may be the end of the beginning. I started seriously thinking about being a priest, actually, when I was 12. That was because of the influence of my parish priest in Milk River. He was a priest from Poland, Father Richard Krasinski, and he put the thought of being a priest in my mind. And so when I was 12, I was attending a priestly ordination for the Diocese of Calgary, and the thought just sort of hit me that God probably wants me to be a priest, and that's the way I'll be happy. This is what God wants me to do. And I've been thinking actually about, but right before that I wanted to be a detective. Then I wanted to be a lawyer and a politician. And then I realized that a priest involved being all of that together. After I had finished grade 12, I went to Thomas Aquinas College, which is it's a Catholic liberal arts college with a great books program in Santa Paula, California. After I graduated from there, I worked to pay off my student debt, working mainly in the Coaldale Bottle Depot for a whole year. After that, I spent 6.5 months in Peru doing some Catholic missionary work with an order called the Missionary Servants of the Poor of the Third World. So I saw a lot of suffering there, the plight of the poor. I was working primarily in an orphanage. The order I was with gave these children material help, but also spiritual help, teaching them the truth of the faith and forming them in the Catholic faith, because that's the only way we can be truly happy. And so when I came back to the first world, somewhat different context, but still that missionary animus remained and helped drive me to the seminary, because we're no less of a missionary country up here than the third world. Pope Francis has spoken very much of the need to move from a kind of bureaucratic maintenance model in the church where we're just concerned about, filling in forms and making sure the roof isn't leaking in the parish. It's a very inward looking focus. And he said we need to have a mission-oriented model where we are focused primarily on evangelization, on proclaiming the faith to Catholics who don't practice the faith, but also to non-Catholics as well, to proclaim the gospel to everybody. So the missionary impulse, the missionary work is central for the life of a priest. And so you have to be able to show how the faith is reasonable and rational, how it's not contrary to science, how it's not contrary to what the human mind is capable of discovering in the natural world. You have to be able to show that Jesus Christ is the answer to all of the human problems. There's lots of suffering today. People don't like to talk about sin, which is the primary thing that Jesus saves us from, but all the effects of sin, which are emptiness, loneliness, desolation, alienation, all of that is rampant in our society. And so people really are searching for happiness. They're not happy. So you have to show how Christ and his church are the answer to the natural desire for human happiness. That's the key.